Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. Yes, the week's ending on a good note. I hope you're feeling good, you guys. Gonna do glutes, okay? And if you did glutes with me last week, hopefully that you paid attention to your response to it. Oftentimes, because we want to target our glutes, the best position for that is external rotation. So that's the wider stance squats and the sumo squats, all right? Now when you, this is obviously not a stance you take and use daily, and then you add a load to it, you're asking those joints and tendons and all the muscular imbalances to get pulled out of their normal paths. So you will most likely feel some unusual feelings or aches, pains. Just saying, be aware, all right? Maybe don't go as extreme in your sumo stance at first, or don't load it up that much at first, okay? So just be aware of that. That's just one small thing, and I'd like to go over one small thing each time we do our glute training. This is, again, it's focused more on upper glutes, okay? So we want to build this area here, we want to lift that area there, we want to rearrange the furniture. Sumo squat, I'm going to show you with a weight. Sumo. I'm going to do mine with my, that's why I have my bar set up, because I would like to do my workout with a bar today, and that will give you an idea of where you could go with your home gym equipment. Sumo squat would be feet wide, lower and lift. Because it's an 8-rep set, you can lift heavier and rest more in between sets, okay? So let me just go through a few more here as a sumo squat, and I'm already feeling some weirdness. It's just like my body saying, haven't done this before. Proceed with care. Good. Good. And just a nice warm up, you guys, with a few lightly weighted sumo squats, regular squats, Romanian deadlifts. I'm feeling a little bit of a muscle soreness in my mid back, which it's really cool because it's very difficult to target that mid back. You've got to be in the right position and use the right amount of weight, all right? And I'm sure it was because of our gorillas. All right, here we go. This should be a quick workout. The most time is going to take is our rest in between sets. I think I can come here so that I can face you. 8 sumo squats, all right? And we're going to do that 4 times. Straight sets, that means do the set, rest, do the set, rest. No supersets. All right, so if you're at home without a bar, you're using a dumbbell always. Interchangeable, right? If you have a rack and a barbell setup, all right? There we go. rep sets, okay? Just starting to test the waters, see where you're at. You know, any given day I can come here and lift this, and another day I'll come back and it's like, no, impossible. So you have to be aware of a day-to-day, a week-to-week fluctuation in strength. It's usually just energy levels. Alrighty, second set. I usually like to turn so that I can face and go in and watch myself. I'm just being careful here so that I could, maybe I'll do another one facing forward, and then I'll do one facing back, a couple facing back. All right, so when you're with your bar, you want to get it centered so that when you come off the rails, that you don't tip to one side. So I'm really go through a little ritual where I get my fingers in place, and then I find that spot in the middle at the back. Then I lift, and then you got to take that second to just get into feeling how the weight is loaded, and controlled, thoughtful, take the tour. Nothing changes when you use barbells. You have to go through the tour. You have to, watch your form. You have to see how all the different parts are reacting. Even just holding the dumbbell up here or the barbell up here forces your upper body to open up. Your shoulders have to be mobile, right? So, all right, we're gonna go third set. Drive your hips back, the feet are pointed outwards. And at the top, you really want to squeeze the glutes. That's the key. All right. So, lifting heavier weights encourages muscle growth. And, the whole thing with women is I don't want big muscles. But you do want big muscles in some places. You do. I get it, you don't want to be this Hulk. But as you lose weight, like I said last week, you lose shape. Your glutes go and your boobs go. So you do want to add muscle in specific spots. And that's when we target those spots. You can't target, or you can't just lose your belly fat. You can't just target fat, but you can target muscle building. You can put more muscle on your biceps and triceps to keep that skin from dripping as you get older and from your bum from. So please don't be afraid of lifting heavy. I am going to guide us to lifting heavy for areas that women in general will need to have, you know, hypertrophy, bigger muscles. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Last set, sumo squat. You're still with your dumbbells, that's fine, okay? There we go. So we're going to need, am I on there? Wide stance box squats. So we did box squats on Wednesday, and we just stood feet parallel, regular stance. This stance is wide. All right, again, I am going to use my barbell. I'm going to take this off and just try a set without it. And you're going to sit and stand, okay? Let's see. So get your stool ready. Sip of coffee. This is the real nice thing about weightlifting is the calmness of it. It's just a nice flow. You're not maniacally sweating or, you know, counting reps. You're just getting through some heavy sets with a lot of rest in between. All right, so here we go. Got my bench. I don't know how I think I did it this way. Anyways, I'm gonna have a wide stance. I'm gonna have the barbell on my back, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna stand up, all right? So I cued this on Wednesday. You want to avoid hiking yourself up with momentum. You want to sit down and you want to stand up, okay? Give it a go and just be aware of those things. You probably can't stop yourself from doing a lot of that stuff because it's natural tendency, but you can start becoming aware of it. Start driving your feet into the floor. I'm going to face away and see how this works, okay? So pardon me. So again, when I go for this bar on my neck, I'm going to, you know, get my grip even, and then I'm going to get my neck in the bar, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to sit down. Feet wide. And 6. Alrighty, so reposition if anything feels awkward. Change your weights if you need to. And let's go for 3 more sets of wide stance box squats. So that means you sit down each rep and you fire up from a rested position. Good? Okay, let's go. go to hip thrust. We did hip thrust last week. All right. I'm just gonna do my hip thrust today with a dumbbell. So like last week we did the barbell, so you can do either. And then our Sumo deadlift is I'm gonna use a barbell again, wide angle again. All right, 2 more sets of wide stance box squat. Good stuff. Woo! 1, 2, 3. This is number 4, set 4. Six reps is easy on one hand, but if you have the appropriate weight, it's difficult on the other hand. And you know what? This kind of workout is not really challenging during the workout, you know? But afterwards, you feel the... It's good. I like it. Hip thrust and sumo deadlifts are next. Good. We only have 3 sets of those, guys. So we're well within our Saturday time limit. Sha. 6. Very nice. Yeah. I like that. I feel like I can do more, but I'm not going to mess around today. I haven't done those for a while. Hip thrust. So, I'm going to do my hip thrust right here on my platform from my, it's a shoulder rack. It's not a squat rack. And sumo deadlift, I'm going to use my lighter, my smaller set of, there. Okay, so there we go. You might need padding for your back, or you might have your bench, which is going to make it better. Remember that you're staying engaged up here. You're not flying back and forth, up and down, all right? Let me just get a little padding for myself. Okay, here we go, peeps. Oh, the other thing you might want is, I never got it, is padding for your hips. I'm gonna tough it out. So what I wanna do is put that load on my hips. Sometimes I just leave my hands right here, or you can take it out wider, whatever is comfortable, whatever feels stable, right? And I keep my chin facing forward, and this abdominals engaged. I'm not gonna lean all the way back here. Take it out to my shoulders and squeeze up and down. Good. How many is this? We got 10. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Really acknowledge that squeeze at the top. Just like a frilled up prune. Tighten it all up. It's the least comfortable place that your brain wants to go, but that's where you gotta go, squeeze. So for our sumo deadlift, if you're using weights, again, you can do the sumo stance, drive the hips out and lift. So your weights would be in front here, good? Other than that, if you're using a barbell, you can do the alternate grip. It just helps with grip, or you can do same grip. Sumo stance, grasp that weight, drive my hips back, and drive it forward. 1, 2. Good. Second set. Hip thrust, sumo deadlift. Heavier weights. It feels a whole lot different than any of our regular workouts, okay? A different kind of fatigue. Again, because we're targeting upper glutes and you know, the full area of the glutes, we want an externally rotated foot stance. Getting tired. Okay. Get into position. There we go. And I'm gonna regret that, not having a padding on my hips. Could have some little bruises. Oh, tough it up. Sumo stance, alternate grip, same grip. Bum back, bum forward. So just keep in mind when I'm asking you to use heavier weights, you're in an unstable position, okay? So use common sense. Try it with a lighter weight and gradually move up so that that sumo stance doesn't get thrown by a lot of weight. Alrighty. We got one more set and then we're just travel lunging. They're basics for glutes. Lunges, Sprinter, yeah, the Sprinter Bulgarian is that lean forward, so that also targets more of the glute. Let's go. All right, last set, hip thrust. Oh. It's not easy. It never gets easy. Let's go. I forgot to give you the option. If you were crazy enough to put on a band, that would have been that would have been a lot. Good. All right. Sumo deadlift, our last set here, and then we're just on to our travel lunges. That'll be beautiful. We can get our heart rate elevated a little bit too on the travel lunges. It's just a nice weekend pump. Goodness. All right, we're ready to go on to the travel lunge. So listen, if you have a length of hallway or space to travel, 10 in one direction, 10 in the back, and then we're gonna come for splinter lunges, Sprinter Bulgarians. So your regular Bulgarian is straight up and down. A Sprinter Bulgarian is slight forward and targeting glute. Good. Gonna get myself set up. I think I'll use this for my Bulgarians. I've got 2 weights for my travel lunge. All right. So you guys make this, you know, a little experiment. Maybe your first one can be lighter weights and then say, hey, I can do more than that. Balance it out. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go down there for 10 and down back for 10. I'll see you in a sec. Upright with your squats or your lunges. Back for 10 more. Six, 7, 8, and I'm going to do 9, 10. If you had to, you would go a stationary 9, 10. Okay? And here we are for the Sprinter Bulgarian lunge. Usually starting out at the bottom, this is a little high for me, so that I can make sure that front foot is in good position for me to come up and down. 1, 2, 3, 10. Yeah, this bench is a little bit high for me. My next set, I'm going over there. All right, but don't forget that slight lean forward so that you engage your upper glutes. You could have weights with this out in front, okay? I just find that after some lifts, some big lifts with heavier weight, that these other exercises don't require a lot, all right? And they're unilateral work, so you're getting nailed. and 10. We've got 2 more rounds of the, I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't want to use it. I'm gonna go back to a lower, can you see me? Go back to a lower level for my Bulgarian. When you're ready, 20 travel lunges, that's 10 that way, 10 that way. It ends up being 10 on each side. You could go more advanced. If you want to hit yourself harder, you can go 10 on one side and 10 on the other side coming back. So that's an overload for one side. Choices, choices, choices. Alrighty, I'll see you in a minute. I'm out of here. 6. And 10. Oh. It's highly likely, probable, it's guaranteed that you lose form, you know, with those traveling lunges. So take it slower. This thing is gonna roll and annoy me. Okay, so here comes our last set of Sprinter Bulgarians. I'm on a lower pad here. I can set up my stance a little easier and I can drive through that. With this, I could even use weights, but I don't have them here. 6, 7, and 10. Okay. Good. Remember which leg you started on. Set up my stance and get started. And yeah, that's plenty for me without any weights after lifting heavy weights for the first 2 exercises. Last round and we're out of here. All I have to do today is our boards for the week, and then it's truly the weekend. Alrighty, when you're ready, again, I like to rest really well in between. I mean, if you're working at endurance or, you know, cardio, you might want to use less rest in between. But today, I've designated this as glute growth day. So, take your rests. Train, eat, grow. and 10. We got one more set. Bulgarian sprinters. Woo! It takes the starch out of you. Okay, we got this. 10 and 10, and then a good stretch, okay, and a good breakfast. Yeah. Alrighty, slight lean. 1, 2, 3. Good. It's almost like my body knows it's the end, so now it's kicking it up. Feels okay now. All right. Whoa. All right. Whoever came out with me today, awesome, thank you. Whoever's doing it later, awesome, kick ass. It's not that bad. All right. Just get your little area set up. A lot of times with training, getting into a little bit more advanced work, you're gonna want to have a couple pieces of equipment ready to flip back and forth. So that's another thing that you can start being aware of, okay? When you're a beginner, it's just nice to have basic mat and dumbbells. But as you start getting your feel around your gym and for the equipment and for the movements, you can start looking ahead to having some other pieces that will help giving you a variety for the movement. I do go on because I can't stand up yet. Have a fantastic Saturday, you guys. I'll get the boards out to you tomorrow for Monday. And it's a new session, so we're just going to continue with this kind of workout training for the next 6 weeks. And then I think it's March 15th about. We'll crank it up for spring cardio, spring endurance, spring get lean. Get your food in order. It's going to help. It's going to help a lot. When you get your food in order and you're eating properly, you know how many calories you need, and then we get the strength in, when we hit a cut cycle, you're going to rock it. You know, the weight's just going to, it's not going to melt off. It never melts off. But it will be much better able to withstand the kind of work that we need to cut fat. All right, I'm leaving. I think I can walk. Have a good day, you guys. Talk to you later. Hey, Trisha. I knew you'd be here.